2. What's good, party people? This is According to Woods, and I have the honor and privilege of having, multi-sport athlete, a modern day legend in combat sports. He's fought the who's who, and he's got some amazing stories to tell. And he's got a fight for bare knuckle coming up. That man is James Warfield. James, how you doing today?
Pretty good. Can't complain. Good day out. Can't complain, man. I woke up. That's a blessing in itself, you know?
Absolutely, dude. And health is wealth, especially now more than ever, and I just love that you're on the lake fishing, because people are kind of getting stir crazy and whatever. And like you said, working and everything like that, you can, you get some tension, so you're just kind of kicking back, and fishing.
Yeah,
That's
man.
awesome.
That's like my getaway. My grandma and my dad, we did this ever since I was a kid. I think my grandmama tricked me for years because I always wanted to fish, and she was a good cane pole fisherman. But she always told me in order for me to learn how to fish, I had to clean the fish and catch the fish. I mean, after she catch the fish, I had to clean them and know what type of fish they was. So I spent like 2 years, and I realized she was tricking me. You know what I'm saying? But in reality, she taught me if I teach you how to catch, you can always feed yourself. But first, you guys learn how to clean it and cook it and know what it is. So that's always been my go-to. Chess, fishing, and poker.
Yeah, well, they're all parts that enable and engage the mind, and the very things that you essentially need, for a career in combat sports. As he's casting the lure, that's super
Yeah,
super
I
cool.
didn't I didn't call 4 bass, and like my daughter, she just went to the car, her and my wife, but I didn't call. Well, my wife caught a bass. I caught 4 bass and some bluegill. I just been drop shopping in to death, and they like super hungry all of a sudden. It's like they was doing the corona too. They ain't have nothing to eat, so now they they making up for the lost time.
Yeah, I was. I'd say you're pretty well. 'Cause, the guns that you're sporting. I say you're doing pretty well. So your long, illustrious, combat sports career. I kind of want to get into it because I don't know how many people know the exact story and origins, of your kind of run in MMA. Oh, he caught one! Look at this!
I told you I'm out here kitchen as we speak on cue, huh? Just a baby
You
though.
can't write this. This is amazing.
But yeah, can you reiterate that for me? Because I had this on there and I kind of like lost sight of what you
No.
were saying.
So how did you start your combat sports career?
Like like how I get into it.
Yeah.
My dad. Like I can honestly say my dad. Like growing up as a kid in the north side, Chicago at the time. We was like my family is Irish, Black, and Apache Indian, so we like a bunch of mutts, like true Americans. So over there, it was just like mostly a Latino dominant neighborhood. So we was like considered like the black sheep of the neighborhood. So constantly we had to have like fights just every day on a daily basis. So our family like kind of stuck together and defended ourselves and protect ourselves. So during that process, my dad kind of got me into karate and jeet kune do, and just very started teaching me like some type of discipline in the process, and then it like stuck with me from Sidekick to Bruce Lee and Super Samurai Sunday we used to watch on Super 66 in Chicago. I've just always been a I guess you could say a kung fu. Yeah, I used to always think that I can walk on rice paper. So so it
Yeah.
all yeah, it always just been me. It was just one of those things that most parents pass down certain traits and certain teachings, and mine was martial arts.
No, 100%. And it's crazy because you're a tenured young vet. Literally skin in the game that's probably thicker and longer than most others, and um,
Yeah,
obviously, you train in those traditional martial arts and you applied them to, basically being able to handle yourself on the rough streets of Chicago. But like,
yeah,
how did the switch come to MMA, right? Because obviously you've got
right.
guys like Uriah Hall that even though they come from that martial arts background, they don't like hitting people. They'll knock people dead
Yeah,
dick in the dirt. but they don't like
But
hitting people.
well,
You're a different breed.
I'm the total opposite. Like I love hurting people. Like I don't want to kill nobody on purpose type, but hey, that's the life we chose. That's part of it because I'm willing to die. So, but yeah, like I always, how can I explain? Like grew up, you know what I'm saying? Always been. I'm the second boy in a generation of girls, so I was always like the older cousin, the older brother. So they come to me when they needed help. And for like the longest in the beginning, my cousins, they was all females and they pretty much can kick my butt. So when I got outside over my head, I go get them. For the older brothers, that was like I beat up the little brother, they get the big brother, he beat me up, and then I go get my female cousin Mika or somebody in, and they laugh like, she a girl, and I'm thinking like, yeah, keep thinking that, and then so soon she go ahead and kick everybody butt or whatever, and then it kind of seemed like okay, like damn. I got to be able to beat her first. Once I got past my cousin Mika, then I realized, like, okay, I can beat anybody. As I was like one of those people, but and then like got into boxing. Then I got kind of bored over there at Forest Gym with Hog and all those guys and Eric Morrell and Bob Lynch. And I remember Bob and Steve, that was my first boxing coaches. And I took my first pro fight was against a guy that was 14-0. And I took him to distance in his hometown, Detroit. But I said right then and there, I told Bob and Steve, like in the fourth round, I wanted to head kick this guy. I'm like, man, dude, I wanted to kick him in the head. It's like, oh, James, you can't do that. I was like, man, I'm not happy doing boxing. So they was like, dude, you're a world champion. How hard you hit just sticking boxing? Like, nah, I'm not happy. So I started doing amateur kickboxing over at Turner Hall in Madison, Wisconsin. And I did like a wave weight limit. So it was like you wave your weight, you fight anybody. I was won like 38 and 1 in the heavyweights. And the referee, who was Damien Decora over now at Chosen Few Gym in Madison, Wisconsin, he asked me like, have you ever thought about MMA? I'm like, what the hell is that? And then he showed me a tape of Chuck Liddell and Tito Ortiz, and I was so infatuated with the cage and the gloves. And I'm like, dude, how long we can do this before the police come? Like, I can hit, kick, choke in the cage and all this. I thought I was like cockfighting. He's like, yeah, it's legit. So I'm like, how long before the police come? He's like, nah, it's real. So I went up to the Dells at the Ring of Fire, and I fought his guy, who was like a submission grappler at the time at the fight nights. And Buddy choked me unconscious. I pissed on myself, woke up, and my uncle Big Ray was coming in the ring. He was swinging on all the referees and the people and stuff. I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, what is this? It's the kickboxing. I'm like, this MMA. He was like, what? This like alley fight. I ain't never coming back to this shit. And I gave my winning money and asked Damien if I could train with them. And then the rest been what it was. I went there the first day in training. I ain't know nothing about it. You just got finished. I hit him. He shot in, took me down, and he put me in a lion's kill to rear that choke. And I thought it was his dick was by my ass. I was like, hey. And as I'm doing this to get his hips away, he slid in the choked me out. I ain't know nothing about nothing. And so then I started training with those guys, Kane Rizzo, Damien Decor, and Mark over at Twisted Fitness. And I worked on my jits, and I was already there with a bunch of Dallas O'Malley and Ron Faircloth, a bunch of crazy wrestlers. So it just kind of threw me in the mix, and I blended well.
Now, what was the? I mean, obviously, getting kind of versed in grappling. What was your first impression? You kind of attributed it to like alley fighting and all that jazz. Like, what was your first impression stepping on the mat for the first time?
My uncle. You know what I'm saying? Like he pretty much contributed to that. My thing was like I was slow to I guess you could say jujitsu and all that stuff. Probably Horace Gracie was probably on the way 3 fights into the UFC 3 before I even knew who Horace Gracie was. So I was kind of lame to jujitsu because of where I come from in the city, if you hit the ground, so I was always taught that you hit the ground and fight over. And I kind of went from just never had an amateur fight anything besides, but I went straight pro. And it's just being around doesn't mean the fight is over. So I was more used to being comfortable. To get out a turn on his back, like a turn the shell turned over, like I really have no understanding of to do like how to transition, sweep or anything. was like you drawn in the right tropes. That's pretty much how that was. But over the period of time and just dedicating myself to just jujitsu, I got really good at it, you know, and my last time I winning submissions. So and that pretty much the transition for that to me was like chess, and it was beautiful.
Yeah, and it looks like oh, here he is. Excellent. Yeah, so there's some kind of weird difficulties because he may be on the lake fishing, so we'll see if we can get James back because he's got some awesome stories to tell in his and I literally has trained and competed against some of the who's who of modern day combat sports.
Right.
There he is. I can hear him.
I heard you the whole time. I'm like, can you see? Can you see?
No, it's a
But
black.
yeah, that
Oh,
pretty
there you
much
are.
is
You're good.
right. Like on my end, I heard you and seen you the whole time, saying that you lost me and this, that, and other. So that pretty much was that in the whole. But I ain't know you right because I'm probably on a lake. Things a little bit different. But yeah, like that's pretty much it. I honestly got to think like Damian DeCorey and Ron Faircloth, Pat O'Malley, Dallas O'Malley, and um, Kane Rizzo, like and Mark, like they was the main people in the beginning when it came to everything like this, and that helped me. Hold on a minute, let me get my pulse. People finna fish as well. Hold on, excuse me, guys.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
You mind if we just
Go,
do a couple quick
No,
one-on-one
ma'am, you can go ahead.
questions?
I'm doing an interview right now, so you guys are perfectly fine. Let me get out your way. They biting too, real bad, like pit bull with no shots. They just chewing. All right, I'm back.
you're good. Yeah, my goodness. I mean, dude, you fought some of the who's who of in all of MMA. Like, what has been your I guess your favorite fight thus far?
My favorite fight thus far. Uh, all of them, honestly, but the one that I don't know. Let me see. It's probably like two or three fights that stick out to me the most. Like I would say Yves Edwards. I said that Yves Edwards fight short notice, and I really didn't feel like I belong. Like I'm destroying him a legend and on the triangle, but him, I say definitely Rob Roy. That was the hate fight. I was like some of the best friends. And, that's I can't see in MMA. I can tell you about, but I guess you can study. Those ones, and the reason did much about like each one why they stood out the most to me. If you don't mind,
Yep.
can you hear me?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. But okay, let me get on this umbrella. I don't want to get too dark. I guess. Okay. I called and I just got a message saying we sound bad. I don't know.
Don't worry.
Do I sound okay on your end?
Yeah.
Do I sound okay
It,
on you? Okay. But yeah, I get a short notice call for Yves Edwards for Shine Fight fight team or whatever for Shine. I go out there in Miami and you know I was regularly like I say new to all this stuff, so I didn't realize he was like the Black Bruce Lee, you know, the uncrowned 155-pound champ. So when we get down there, like I seen him when I was incarcerated. I seen him in Crazy Horse, well, excuse me, Felony, and Pride and doing anything in Pride. So I always had that him and Rampage. I seen those guys over there. So I always like, damn, I wonder if I can do that. You know what I mean? So when I got the call, when Duke called over there to our gym and say, well, I know somebody that fight E. Edwards on short notice, and that was me. So like a week and a half, I show up and I'm steady like hearing about this dude. You know, like the legend or something. Like we hear the whispers. So I'm like, yeah. Then I'm seeing this camera crew like following this dude around like a librarian. So and I asked Damien, I'm like, D, who is that? He's like, dude, that's Yves Edwards. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So like, cool. We go to do weigh-in. Got Bodog guys there, like a whole bunch of Pride guys, UFC vets, and all this other people there. So we go to get on a scale. I get on a scale 154, He get on the scale. When he took his shirt off, man, I couldn't help it. Like I just started busting out laughing. Like, are you fucking kidding me? He got a body like a 12-year-old runaway. Like I'm gonna destroy this dude. Like and then this how you know he a killer. He jumped right off the scale and went right in my face. Like, what you laughing at, bitch? I'm like, what? So I'm like, oh, I gotta play this. Do I punch him now? Do the fight start now? So it's one of those. Okay, you know what? I'm just being humbly, you know what I'm saying, respectable and laughing because it's like an inside thing to myself, Eve, that I can't believe I'm actually fighting you. You one of my idols. And ooh, I know this man for 30 minutes ago. I ain't know who the guy was. So, and he's like, word. I'm like, yeah, I want to be a fanboy. Can we take a picture? So we do the selfie thing together or whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, fuck, dude, I'm not going to respect him. You know what I mean? Like, whatever he did, he did. Like, fight me is have to be what it is. And then Charles Bennett, Felony told me, he was like, dude, you the rookie on deck, though. Nobody know you, James. And I'm looking for my cornerman at the time, and they was taking pictures with other guys or whatever. So Charles Felony, he helped me get myself together and stuff. And I went out there in Yves Edwards' hometown and almost finished him in the first round, choked him out. But second round, we come out, same thing, applying pressure. I'm up a round and a half, and he kicks. And I grab his kick, and as I take his kick and catch it, I kick his left leg from under him. And this dude is a ninja, man. Like as he literally, most people when you slam them and they hit the ground, then they do the triangle choke. Buddy was setting up the triangle choke as he was falling to the ground. So bam, I hit the ground. He already got me in a triangle choke before we even hit the ground. I held my breath for like 2 minutes and something seconds, and I didn't make it out the round. He turned me. Mike Brown was like, "He's an animal. Either you have to turn him to a side." He turned me to my side, and he finished the fight and said I was the hardest hitting guy he ever hit by. I got hit by, but and that was it. Like the crowd in Miami went crazy. Me and they put me on notice to the point that two guys came and approached me before I went to the downstairs to do the report, like after interviews and stuff, the post fight stuff, and I'm not thinking. I'm following these guys. Say somebody want to meet me, and I'm literally following them down the docks to the ocean. You know what I mean? And I'm like, whoa, what is going on? Like, did I just mess somebody money up? So I get down there in the docks, and it's Mario Orger, the boxing champion that fought De La Hoya, everybody. And he don't know no English or nothing, but they was translating, and he said he wanted to take a picture with me because he felt like I was the champ. He said the way I fight, and it reminds me a lot of him. So I was honored by that when it did the interview, and the legend started right there. I guess you could say the tale of the legend started right there when I really realized like I belong with the big boys, you know?
Yeah, my goodness. And I mean, Yves Edwards, he's kind of a fun one because obviously, you know, he was too big for a particular division, too small for a particular division, you know, and this is before they had, you know, like almost every, 10 rounds in the UFC. I mean, for many people, he was like an uncrowned champion during his, his UFC run. Obviously, that head kick,
Right.
that step off head kick that he landed on his opponent.
Oh, yeah, that was nasty.
I mean, that still gets played on the UFC kind of loop, every time they do a show. Hey, all right. So it looks like we lost James yet again. We'll wait a couple minutes or a minute or two to see if he jumps back. Obviously, he's enjoying a day on the lake with his family, so there might be some connection issues, and the fact that the internet is not perfect, right? Here I am in California, he is in the Midwest, so these things happen. But I definitely thank you guys for all joining us for this chat because the amount of stories this guy has. I think I've talked for 4 hours with him on Tuesday of this week, and I was just like, what? Really? That happened? Oh my gosh, and he was just shouting out, bare knuckle veteran, and MMA legend, one Charles Felony Bennett. Don't call him Warhorse. He doesn't like that at all. But looks like he was jumping. Yep, here we go. We've got James, it looks like. Connecting. Up, there he is.
Yeah.
You're good.
can you hear me? Can you see me now?
Yep.
Man, we breaking up like the Beatles out here, man. No Wi-Fi.
Wait, which one is Billy Preston then?
Say it again.
Which one of us is Billy Preston then?
You.
well, well, I guess here we go around in circles, right? Yeah, man.
Right. It
So
don't matter
I
as
mean,
long as you make hits. That's all that matters, man.
damn right, damn right. So obviously, I mean, you're going to be fighting for bare knuckle. Talk to us about how that came about.
We've been talking about like my true life. It led me to that point. Like I just missed it. He just fought very well. And I got robbed in a decision down, and it is what it is. I had a lot of years, like fights I should have won, and I never have never will fight anybody. And me and my wife was like the road, so we both that's food. I got a call. And say they heard a lot about me, and they was like, "Will you be interested in trying bare knuckle?" But I had just talked to my wife prior when we went to the lake. She was like, "Baby, you've been doing this for a while, and I get it. Your body been preserved. You haven't been in battles and wars, but if the big show don't call you again, because I got called before because my gym was blackballed. I didn't make it to the UFC that rip because our coach manager. So that's a long story. But so I told her, all right, give me 36 months. I like 36 months. You just know any one of those things that you just know a fighter there. You know what I mean? You got some fighter fight too long and people that do it for the money and I don't know, I can't relate to them. But I always loved it, and I said to myself, if I didn't like training and preparing for fights, if I didn't like the grind, then I knew it was time for me to walk away. If I start fighting just for the money, then I knew it was time for me to walk away. And he said, I tell you what, I said 36 months, right? I was like, yeah. He was like, what's your 36 months? And from they put the gloves on, and now they take them off. I came from without gloves, put the gloves on.
Yeah, here we go. We've got James again. See if we can connect.
A deal with. You on there?
Yep.
I apologize. If I'd have been more prepared, I would have had better connections. But yeah, I got a call from Paul and Travis over at Bare Knuckle Management Team and Dave and them, and they told me give them my next 36 months. It's like give us your 3 years. Like you was one fighter that started without gloves and put the gloves on. There was like saying you did all the leg already, and it's time that you finally get like uh, uh, meaning to like appreciate a good deal, and I like the way I look, and I love the look. And MMA guys don't want to stand with me. All they do is try to take me down. They don't want to get hit by me. So it put me in a situation where I don't have to worry about wrestling and jiu-jitsu. I can just do what I'm known for anyway. My hands.
Yes. No worries, no worries. But Travis Folks, he says, "Let's go." So ready for the Warfield, James Warfield, to take that squared circle. Thank you, Travis.
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like they call me over there, and my first fight will be next month on the 21st. out in Kansas City, Missouri. I said Kansas City, Missouri. Oh my God, Wichita, Kansas. um, I'm fighting.
Hey guys,
I look forward to it.
the
Are you
Wichita,
are you getting
Kansas.
any of this?
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
it cuts in and out, but we might have to circle back soon. But James, tell where everyone that where they can find you on social media, my man, to follow your road to bare knuckle fighting.
James Warfield. Everything. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All of us is still the same. James Warfield, James B. Warfield, either or. Um, Pretty much there, or just stay tuned. And that'll be pretty much it. Like, and then it's kind of funny. Like a dude, like I was just mentioning. The guy called me out yesterday. Well, he didn't call me out. He just brought up something that evidently, if he felt that it really was that, then he wouldn't have mentioned me. But Baboon had won the belt last night for bare knuckle at 55,
Mm-hmm.
and we both at the time and still do. But he got one up on me now. But we both had four belts in four different organizations, and when we fought down in Miami, I think that was 8 years ago, whatever. But I was down there training with George Masterval and Bruce Leroy and them, and George was telling him how to watch out for his kicks, and I was sparring with George, and he was like puzzled, like how the hell I went in the UFC. He's like, dude, like you, like your hands was like crazy. But we was working on that camp was staying away from his calf kicks because he had just stopped Charles with calf kicks, and I guess he beat George with calf kicks too. So we come out fight, and he tried the kicks, and then I kicked him 2 3 times, and then I clipped him with a punch that almost put him away, and pretty much I beat the dude 2 rounds, 2.5 rounds easy. But it's his hometown. I missed weight by like a pound or something. They tricked us, told us the sauna worked in the hotel we was in. Went down there like 3 hours before weigh-ins, and the sauna was broke. So we driving all the way around Miami trying to find a sauna. Couldn't find one, so I tried to sweat it out. Missed weight by a pound or something, a pound 8 ounces something. So it went from a 5 round fight to a 3 round fight, and they told me if I rehydrated that I couldn't go over 65 because usually I weigh in at 55, 54. Fight time I'm like 185, 187. That's just how my body is. And I call it murder weight, 187. But they wouldn't let me rehydrate. They said I couldn't go past 65. So I went to go try the IV. I couldn't even get an IV in my veins. So I pretty much fought him dehydrated and still beat the dude. But his hometown should have been a 5 round fight. I missed weight. So they gave it to him. They basically gave him a gift. But in his heart of hearts, he won a belt. And he brought it up yesterday. Yeah, James Warfield should have won that fight. He missed weight. Dude, it went from a 5 round fight to a 3 round fight. And you did not win, Baboon. That's why you still mentioning that. And I get it. It's kind of funny though, because little did he know I'm on his heels. He got the belt for now, but it won't be long. I'm working my way towards that. And mark my words, I'm gonna be the first champ in bare knuckle. Mark my words.
Woo! Damn,
Yeah.
damn.
Tell me about
We
it.
can't wait to we can't wait to see that happen. We can't wait to see that, man.
You,
So I
man,
mean,
I've been training with a secret weapon.
literally, I mean,
I've been
you
trained.
look at him. I mean, he's chiseled out of granite, And Travis Folk says we are blessed to work with this amazing human being. And yeah, you're totally that. Anybody that's known you for 2 seconds or whatever, they know one not to be in any ring cage or anything across from you. But aside from that, you're probably one of the most genuine, human beings that there is in combat sports, and I thank you for that. So I think we'll circle back,
No
like maybe
problem.
right, right around fight time.
Okay. So you don't want to hear about the secret weapon yet, or should we hold it in?
I think we should do because of the reception. I want to. You know what? Let's go ahead and do it.
Hey,
Let's do it. Let's do the secret weapon.
you sure?
Absolutely.
Come on, man. I don't want to break us up like the Jackson 5, man. I ain't trying to do like Michael and Tito, man. Come on now. Let's get it together. Where
No,
Janet?
no, no. Hey, I was a Jackie Jackson guy anyway. But anyway, go for it.
No, I just know me. Sometimes I give too much to the story, the movie, the book, everything coming together. But more of the story is like my hands are very good before, at least I thought they was. They was a scale of 1 to 10 compared to what I'm doing now, I was a 2, and that's scary. Right now, I'm training with might as well get it out the bag. Y'all gonna know anyway. Nate Jones. He's a 96 bronze medal winner in the Olympics on the 96 Olympic team with Floyd Mayweather, best friend, been in Floyd corner the last 11 years. And I've been working out there with him out here in Illinois and Chicago. And it's full circle. I just left the gym. He just got back with Floyd down in Vegas yesterday or day before yesterday, and I was out in the gym with him yesterday. And he was just telling me the process. And Floyd and him are very interested in taking me and a couple of other guys from his gym and going down there working with Nate and Floyd Mayweather. So I'm just crossing my fingers, and I'm hoping things line up the way they do. And the crazy part is I always thought I was decent with my hands, but I was a rookie. Like the stuff I'm learning now, oh my goodness gracious, it's unfair. It's cheating. I got the cheat code to Contra.
Dang right. And you don't even need a game genie to have it.
Yes. So that's like been super cool, man. Just learning new stuff and realizing that I pretty much was punching back then at a 25% accurate rate or punch rate the right way. Like I was literally punching wrong my whole life. And it's kind of scary when you hit the bag now and almost knock it off the chains. So yeah, I can't wait to hit somebody.
Now, when is the fight?
August 21st.
In Wichita, Kansas, right?
Wichita, Kansas, yes, sir.
Damn, I can't wait, especially after the tremendous bare knuckle fight that happened last week. I mean, not last week, last night. It was amazing.
Last night, that was beautiful.
So I can't wait to see James Warfield take battle. I know you guys can too.
Yes.
And JoJo Button says yes. Travis Holt
my
says,
baby.
Indeed.
She know. Yeah, she been my anchor, man. Like honestly, God, my wife, she been my anchor. Like, I don't know. People see the stuff. It's weird because when you in your own body, just like playing chess, you can be standing on the sideline watching somebody and see better than you actually in the game. And that's how I feel. Like I always felt like I was average, but people around me like, dude, you destined for greatness. And she was those main people that kept me focused. You know what I mean? Like, don't give up just yet. Like you just hit your peak. Like, what are you doing? Like, I'm like, all right. So she kind of like made me believe in myself. And then I started to hear the same thing over and over that, dude, you something special. But when you a kid growing up and your family tell you over and over, you ain't shit, you ain't gonna be shit. So you kind of believe those things that was told to you, and whether they true or not, it kind of messed with your I guess you could say your self-esteem and your confidence as a human being. But little by little, I'm starting to realize like maybe I'm something special.
Something special.
And I'm starting to catch a lot of it.
No, something special you are, and again, you're, the wars that you've been in and the places that you've trained. And again, you said you're just starting to learn striking, that you've put people away, KO after KO to TKO, flying knees, and didn't even, that just shows the amount of athlete that you are.
Yeah, 2 scholarship at the Tulane for football and basketball, so I've always been very athletic. But I'm just not realizing, I don't know, hindsight, you know what I mean? Like I'm starting to see with this eye, and it's scary, like to understand the damage I can do now. Back then, I guess you could say a rough draft. Now I got to finish up. It's getting really scary, man. Like, and I love Nate, man. I think he can, even with my wrestling, when I had just finished my last fight down there, I started training with Izzy. I was,
Mommy's watching you with the
yeah, you gonna say hi? Come here.
No,
I ain't gonna get you on me. I'm putting you on my lap, crazy girl. There, say hi.
You kind of hurt
Hi, dear.
Sorry, baby. Say hi.
Hi.
Look right there.
Hi, dear. Oh, so pretty.
I really can't hear him.
Huh? You can't hear him? Hold on.
No.
Okay. She said I'm too sweaty. All right.
Okay.
Shoot. Yeah, that's my baby, other babies. Get out for your car, girl.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, just yeah, I can say the hardest thing, but Travis Folks was saying Combat Sports is not ready for what's coming. The Warfield is coming. Coming to Bear Chicago.
Yeah,
I
man,
couldn't agree.
it's great, and I'm just honored. Yeah, I'm just honored to be able to be a part of it, man, and be fresh, a pioneer, like I was when it came to MMA. I didn't look at it back then. I was just showing up fighting guys that nobody else was fighting, and turn around 14 knockouts. And they like, this dude might be the real deal. And back then, Mike Jones.
No, it broke up. Let's see. Let's see if he pulls through. Yeah, yeah. It froze up. I can hear you. It's just delayed, and it's the screen seemed to freeze. We might have to circle back.
Hold on. Hold on one second.
Hey guys, hi. And if you're new to the show, I am Adam Woods, better known as According to Woods, and I interview and do podcasts in the combat sports realm. So I encourage you humbly to like, share, and subscribe to the According to Woods Facebook and YouTube channels. That's where you're seeing this right here. And we have hope to have James and so many other of your favorite fighters back on this platform. Just giving a platform for uh, mixed martial artists, combat sports athletes, and just whoever needs a a platform just to kind of speak their piece. But I'm excited for James Warfield's debut in bare knuckle fighting, and I know you will be too. So I think this is a good time to kind of end it. Travis Folks says, "Oh, thank you for the subscribe." And dude, I'm gonna hit you up off air. But thank you, because I wouldn't be doing this if not for guys like yourself, such as yourself, and guys like James Warfield. So, oh, there he is. He's back.
Like I just connected to the hotspot, so we should be good now. I just connected to my wife's hotspot.
No worries, no worries. But let's get some shout outs out of the way, buddy.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to shout out my teammates over there, top notch, on Villa Park, coach Matt Ramos, Santiago, guys over there. Nate Jones, my boxing coach out west. My sponsors, JFC out here in Whitwell, Illinois, landscaping like the best dude, like Ezra Scissorhands dude, like super crazy with the landscaping. And then Raul out in Cleveland, Texas, QBN Kennels, quality is priceless. He breeds like the best dogs, especially bully dogs in the world, if you ask me. And he treated each one like it's one of his own children. That's why I love the way he do it, and he actually know what he's doing. Just my fans, my family, and my kids, my babies, and you guys, and you, and definitely Eric, who kind of linked all this together, man. Can't forget Buddy, real good dude.
No worries. These things happen, but I mean, thank you. Obviously, it's your day off. You're spending time on the lake with your family, and that's what's important. So, thank you for taking the time for me and to do this for you. And we're definitely going to do this again.
Definitely.
Mark my words.
I promise you that. I promise you that, and I definitely have a better reception by it when we link back.
No worries, brother. No worries, man. But I definitely we're gonna do an elongated like career retrospective of your career thus far, because I think it's fascinating. So definitely.
Yeah, I didn't even tell you about the journey with Duke Rufus, the journey out in California of a dynamic mixed martial art with Anthony Hondong. I've been around, man. I've been doing this since 2002. So, and I've been doing it quite a bit. And scary, all 40 fights in MMA, and I'm just getting started, I feel.
Damn right. And and Travis Folks is saying most definitely the story will be told. Damn right it is. And I hope and humbly that story gets told
Yes.
right here in According to Woods. So
Hey.
we're gonna put that out there.
Yeah, we stuck together like tattoos, man. It's hard to get rid of ink, you know.
Heck yeah. I mean, you've got tattoos, I've got eczema. Either way, it sticks like a motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah. Some of the same effects. I got you.
All the same effects. But
Yeah.
James, much love to you and your family. You know, thank you for doing this, especially as you're spending the day with your family. I encourage and implore all of you to follow James Warfield on all of his social media platforms because he is a
Yeah.
fun fucking follow. Damn right he is.
Yeah, like, man, I'm uncut and raw, man. I give it to you just the way it is, the good and the bad. I don't hide no demons. I exercise the ones I got because without those ups and downs of life, I wouldn't be the man here today. So I embrace all those the bad along with the good, you know. And also I got like if people are curious about like my regimen as far as and things like that, I'll send over you my links and stuff. They can go on the page, look at everything with neutral light. It's all natural, organic things that works very very well. Like every weight cut I deal with these supplements and vitamins, and like just not for athletes, just like for a person everyday life in general, you know. And the part I love about it is, prime example, when I got the call from those guys when I thought it was the end of the world with Corona stuff, Bill Gates and Donald Trump trying to screw everybody over. I pretty much he was like, get on a scale. That's like 4 weeks ago. I'm like, I haven't been on a scale since January when I fought down in Mississippi. So I get on the scale. I'm like, whoa, like what is it? I'm like, I don't even want to tell you, bro. He's like, what is it? I'm like, 247. He's like 247. I'm like, yeah. And that was like four weeks ago. I'm all the way down to like 212. So and it's those supplements, man. Like they work miracles. That fight in next month gonna be at 85, and then I'm going to 70, and everybody know what happens at 55. Stay at 55.
Damn right they do. Damn right they do. And again, Travis spoke, but I can't thank you enough. He said, your story, the story of James Warfield is made for TV. I can't agree anymore. I can't agree anymore. And you put the website, actually, JoJo Button, she basically put up the
That's
website there
you. Yeah.
on,
See what I
for your
mean? She my anchor, man. She be on it like white or rice.
absolutely. And I'll also plug it when I repost this very video. So you can get your merch from All
Yes.
War Warfield.
Yes.
But James,
Everything. Hard work, easy prep.
dude, thank you so much.
Thank you, man. Thank you. It was an honor, definitely, definitely. And
Honor and a
this
privilege.
is
And
the
remember this
beginning.
again.
Yes, I was just gonna say this is just the beginning, man. You can't get rid of me that easy. I'm like a pit bull with a good lock. You need a stick to break it, you know.
Well, I'm sticking with Warfield, 100%. That's it. That's it.
Yeah.
You're like glue, like
Yes. Yeah.
pancake and like pancakes and catfish. Wait, never
There you
mind.
go. Babies and pacifiers. Go back.
There you go. How about that? But this has been According to Woods with James Warfield, and we are out. Thank you guys for joining us.
Over.